Mugs. Welcome to Friday. Today I've got two recipes for you. We are in my kitchen as you see, and I'm going to share them with you. They are not my recipes, so I will link both of them down in the description box below. And I'm going to just walk you through it with a little music in the background. And then at the end, I will come back and tell you some substitutions that I made and our thoughts as a family on these two recipes. One I'll make again, one I will not. Let's find out which one is which.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no, 'cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true, no matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold, no matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why, I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, I have seen many places where the beauty never ends. Different cities, friendly faces, and perhaps I'm going back. But I don't have to be chasing every dream that I have. Oh, no. 'Cause the thing is, I've got more love here than I can bear. Ooh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true, no matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold, no matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why, I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is. Oh, of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true, no matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Come closer, dance for me. Easy, tiger, easy, let your hair down. Come closer, let me see all your million faces and all your million mistakes. You don't need to hide. Come closer,
The meatballs were delicious. I had to make a few little alterations. I did not have 2 cans of enchilada sauce on hand. So I mixed in a can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, along with 1 can of enchilada sauce, and then the spices. And it was okay. I had to add a little bit more spice to it for our taste buds. I would probably just use 2 small cans of enchilada sauce, or maybe 1 big one, whichever one had the least. It had chicken broth added to it. I would not add the chicken broth. I would just use enchilada sauce. But the meatballs had excellent flavor. I probably had a little more onion than I needed. And as you guys saw, I did leave in the seeds for jalapenos. We're finding that the jalapenos lately they don't have any kick to them. I know you might get one that does, but we kind of like things spicy here. Most times when things ask for jalapeno, I use serrano peppers instead. They're a little bit hotter. I did have some jalapenos on hand though, because I am going to make some jalapeno poppers this weekend. So the meatballs were great. I will make them again. I baked them. The recipe says to cook them on the stove. Next time, I'll likely cook them on the stove. I don't know. I really liked the fact that you could put them in the oven. I tend to do a lot of other meatball recipes in the oven as well, like beef stroganoff meatballs. Those are amazing. I need to make those. It's a recipe I've used for years and share them with you. But this was a great take on that because, one, we love Tex Mex food, and that's pretty much what it is. We love enchiladas. So it was just an interesting take on all of that. So I would do the enchilada sauce the recipe calls for. I would not do the chicken broth. I think it watered it down too much. I don't think you needed that extra liquid, personally. Everything else was fine. I loved it. It was a great recipe. Our whole family liked it. All of us. So it's definitely a keeper. The Mexican street corn recipe is one that I would not make again. Only because it wasn't a hit with 3 out of 4 of us in the house. That's usually what I judge a recipe on. When all of us like it, like the meatballs, then it's definitely a keeper and something I would put into maybe a monthly rotation or every now and then. There are so many recipes we have that are enchilada flavored, so but the corn I would not do again. One, we're not big corn eaters. We like Mexican street corn, especially if you can get it from a food truck or a street vendor. It's so good, but I don't know. The flavor was okay. I think it just felt weird because it was just all there instead of being on the corn on the cob itself. Now, I will tell you, I had a couple of Fritos left out, so I thought, I want to see what happens. So I used a Frito and kind of scooped it like a dip. And as a dip, it was okay. But again, I probably still wouldn't make it because, one, I'm not going to waste time. I'm not going to say I'm going to waste ingredients because a lot of that stuff I have on hand all the time anyway, except for the cojita cheese. I don't ever buy that cheese, but Wajita. I think it's called Wajita cheese. Cojita? I don't know. Whatever. So there you go. I'm glad I tried it. I've been wanting to try it because it looked so delicious. But it's not a keeper for us. If you like Mexican street corn, definitely give it a shot. You may have to play with the spices. I did. I had to add quite a bit of chili powder just to get that flavor than what the recipe called for, than what I'm used to being on Mexican street corn. But I don't know. My husband said it had a little kick to it, but I couldn't taste it. I don't know. It was not a hit for us. And And I very seldom would I put a recipe on a video that I don't like, but there are people out there who would appreciate that recipe, and I like to keep things real. Not every recipe is going to come out that's a keeper. Sadly, this is one of those. And they're very few and far between from the ones that I have found. And I have done a little bit of playing this week, and I have several new recipes that I have found that I'm ready to play with, especially now that fall is finally around the corner. Hallelujah. I'm so happy. Fall is my favorite time of year. I love the autumn season. It doesn't cool off here until the end of September-ish, maybe, if we're lucky. But it's just the season is fun. And you go into a fun holiday kind of season, which will be different this year, I have a feeling. But there you go. Thanks for joining me today for these recipes. If you give them a shot, let me know. Just leave me a comment down below. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Gonna stay